in the tumultuous years following the cataclysmic collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. The people of the former secret cities, the ZETTOs, the Naukograds, the closed administrative territorial formations were confronted with a profound and existential choice that would define their future and the very destiny of their country. It was the fence choice, a stark binary decision, whether to finally open the gates of their once impenetrable cities to the outside world, embracing the chaotic new reality of post-Soviet Russia, or to remain defiantly behind the barbed wire, the armed guards, or the layers of secrecy that had both protected and isolated them for decades. For these communities, forged in the crucible of Cold War paranoia and scientific ambition, the choice was not merely a political or economic one. It was a deeply personal, philosophical, and almost spiritual reckoning. It was a choice between the perceived security and privilege of a vanished past and the daunting freedom and terrifying uncertainty of an unknown future. Today, we are exploring the profound mystery of the fence choice, the pivotal decisions that shaped the post-Soviet world, and the forbidden histories that emerge from behind the Iron Curtain of secrecy, revealing the human drama at the heart of a crumbling empire. The gates creak open, a world adrift. The story of the fence choice began in the immediate aftermath of the Soviet Union's dissolution. The central government, which had once poured immense resources into maintaining these clandestine hubs of nuclear research, weapons development, and advanced technology, was now bankrupt and fragmented. The funding for the secret cities and their classified projects vanished overnight. The intricate web of state support that had provided everything from food to housing, from education to medical care, dissolved, leaving these highly specialized communities adrift. Many of these cities, still surrounded by layers of physical security, found their gates, once hermetically sealed, now creaking open, if only tentatively, to a world they barely knew and that barely knew them. The sudden withdrawal of state patronage left these cities in an unprecedented crisis, forcing them to confront their isolation and dependence in a way they never had before. The once unquestioned authority of Moscow was gone, replaced by a vacuum that each city had to fill, often with little guidance or resources. For the people who had spent their entire lives within the confines of these secret cities, the fence choice was a moment of unparalleled crisis and opportunity. They had been raised in a world of total isolation and total control, a gilded cage where their lives were meticulously planned from birth to death. Yet within this controlled environment, they had also been provided with the best that the Soviet Union could offer: cutting-edge education, advanced scientific equipment, superior living standards, and then a sense of belonging to an elite, purposeful community. They were the intellectual vanguard, the guardians of state secrets, and they were immensely proud of their work and their contribution to the Soviet system. But the price of this privilege was their freedom, their anonymity, in their connection to the wider world. Now, with the collapse, many of them, particularly the younger generations, were eager to experience the world outside the fence, to test their skills in a global market, and to forge new identities beyond the shadow of the Soviet state. This generational divide often led to intense internal conflicts within these communities, as the old guard clung to the familiar past, as the young yearned for an uncertain future, creating a societal tension that mirrored the larger national upheaval. Paths diverge, openness versus isolation. The decision of whether to open the gates was a complex, often agonizing one, and it varied dramatically from city to city, reflecting the unique histories, specializations, and leadership within each ZETTO. Some cities like Zelenograd, once the Soviet Union's answer to Silicon Valley, and Sarov, Arzamas, 16, the birthplace of the Soviet atomic bomb, chose to embrace openness and actively integrate into the global economy. Zelenograd, with its focus on microelectronics and computing, leveraged its existing scientific talent and infrastructure to become a hub of high-tech research and development, attracting Western investment and expertise. Sarov, despite its deeply ingrained nuclear secrecy, cautiously opened its doors to international scientific collaboration, transforming its nuclear expertise into peaceful applications and engaging with global partners, albeit under strict controls. These cities saw the collapse not as an end, but as an opportunity to rebrand, to innovate, but to find a new purpose in a globalized world, often with remarkable success, becoming beacons of post-Soviet adaptation and demonstrating a surprising resilience in the face of monumental change. Conversely, other cities like Seversk, Tomsk 7, and Zeleznogorsk, Krasnoyarsk 26, both major centers for plutonium production and nuclear weapons assembly, chose a more cautious, often resistant path, fearing that the opening of their gates would lead to the loss of their security, their unique identity, and potentially the proliferation of dangerous knowledge. They fought to maintain their closed status. For them, the fence was not just a physical barrier, but a symbolic one, representing the last vestiges of a system that had given them purpose and protection. While some limited engagement with the outside world became inevitable, these cities largely remained isolated, struggling to adapt their highly specialized, state-dependent economies to the demands of a free market, often leading to economic hardship and then says of cultural stagnation. The psychological impact of this continued isolation was profound, fostering a sense of resentment and a longing for the perceived stability of the Soviet era. A stability that, in hindsight, was built on an unsustainable foundation. Cosmism and the fence, a philosophical divide. The fence choice was also profoundly influenced by the ideas of Russian Cosmism, a philosophical and scientific movement that, as we've discussed, sought to achieve human immortality, the colonization of the stars, as the transformation of humanity through a combination of technology and spiritual practice. Many of the scientists and intellectuals within these secret cities were deeply influenced by these ideas, seeing their work not just as a job, but as a contribution to a grand cosmic project. For them, the fence was not merely a physical barrier, but a symbolic one, representing the boundary between the cradle of humanity, Earth, but in this case, the secure, purposeful world of the Zato, and the infinite possibilities of the stars, the boundless yet uncertain future. Those who chose to open the gates might have seen it as a necessary step to continue the cosmic quest on a global stage, seeking new resources and collaborations to achieve their grand vision. They might have believed that true progress required shedding the old, restrictive shell. Those who chose to remain closed might have viewed it as preserving the purity of their scientific mission and protecting it from the perceived corruptions of the outside world, a last bastion of a dying dream, a final stand against the perceived chaos of the outside world, a desperate attempt to maintain a utopian ideal that was rapidly fading. Imagine what else we've lost. If one choice made by a generation of secret cities could define the future of entire communities and the trajectory of scientific knowledge, how many other impossible decisions, how many other profound ethical and philosophical dilemmas were made in the vastness of the former Soviet Union? We are looking at a world where the people of the past, driven by both ideological fervor and a deep-seated, almost messianic desire to push the boundaries of human knowledge, were on the verge of a technological and spiritual revolution, only for it to be cut short by the collapse of their system. The Finns choice stands as a chilling testament to the dual nature of human ambition, capable of both incredible innovation and immense ethical compromise, often driven by forces we barely understand, and whose consequences continue to unfold across generations. A stark warning from the past about the dangers of unchecked power and utopian ideals, and the complex interplay between human agency and historical forces. The enduring legacy, a tale of two futures. After the initial chaos, the paths chosen by these cities led to vastly different outcomes. Those that embraced openness, like Zelenograd, often thrived, attracting new talent and becoming centers of innovation, integrating into the global scientific community. They diversified their economies, fostered entrepreneurship, and became models of successful post-Soviet transition. Their scientists and engineers found new opportunities, often contributing to cutting-edge research and development in a globalized world. These cities, though no longer secret, retained a unique identity forged in the past, now channeling their intellectual capital into new, peaceful endeavors. They became symbols of adaptation, demonstrating that even the most isolated communities could find a new purpose and prosperity. Those that resisted, while maintaining a semblance of their former identity, often struggled with economic decline, social challenges, while a lingering sense of being left behind. Their highly specialized industries, once vital to the state, found no equivalent in the new market economy, leading to unemployment, brain drain, and a decline in living standards. The human cost of these choices was immense. As families were divided, careers were redefined, as entire communities grappled with their place in a world that had fundamentally changed. The legacy of the Finns choice continues to shape these cities today, a living experiment in adaptation and resilience, a testament to the enduring power of human agency in the face of the monumental change, and a stark reminder of the long-term consequences of political and economic upheaval. The debate over the Finns choice, particularly the long-term consequences of these decisions and the philosophical underpinnings that guided them, is a perfect example of the forbidden archaeology struggle. Though applied to recent history, it is a clash between the established academic and historical narratives, which often prefer to focus on the purely political and economic aspects of the Cold War's end. And independent researchers who are willing to look at anomalies, challenge the status quo, and explore the less conventional, often hidden, ethical and scientific transgressions that shaped these monumental endeavors. If the Finns choice was indeed a cosmos decision, a continuation of a grand philosophical experiment, it means that our understanding of the post-Cold War era is fundamentally flawed, that the lines between scientific research, national security, and global stability were far blurrier than official history suggests. It means that we are still grappling with the complex legacy of a hidden war, fought with knowledge and expertise whose effects continue to unfold decades later, revealing a more nuanced and often disturbing picture of the 20th century, enforcing us to reconsider the true drivers of historical change. As we look at the open gates of some secret cities and the still guarded perimeters of others, we are looking at a mirror of our own ingenuity, a monument to the human desire to understand the universe, to shape destiny, no matter the cost. It is a testament to the fact that the pursuit of knowledge, unchecked by ethical frameworks and stable political systems, can lead to unforeseen and dangerous consequences. The Finch choice, the pivotal decision of a generation, remains a powerful symbol of humanity's enduring quest for knowledge and power, a place where forbidden technologies were forged, promising to change your perception of humanity forever, and reminding us that even in the face of collapse, the choices we make define our future, and the echoes of those choices resonate through time. In our next episode, we're going to look at a mystery that is even more ancient and equally perplexing, found in the heart of the Middle East. A discovery that features massive megalithic stones, some weighing over 1,000 tons, perfectly cut and fitted into a platform that defies modern engineering capabilities. Structures that some say are natural, but others believe are the undeniable ruins of a civilization that vanished before the dawn of time. Join us as we explore the secrets of Baalbek and the impossible stones they might reveal. The truth is waiting, and it's carved in stone, a testament to a lost technology that challenges our understanding of ancient construction. If you want to see the rare photographs, the declassified intelligence reports, the harrowing eyewitness accounts of the Finch choice, and the detailed historical analyses that connect the fall of the Soviet Empire to the choices made by its secret cities, make sure you check out the full series playlist. We are uncovering a history that was buried for a reason, a past that refuses to stay hidden. Don't let it stay hidden. The truth is rising, and it's a chilling reminder of the invisible wars that shaped our world, promising to change your perception of humanity forever.